The House is accordingly guided. Thank you. Honorable members, before I go to the next communication, I'll give you an opportunity to sit for those who have an upstanding. Honorable members, take your nearest seat. Honorable members, and on to my second communication. Honorable members, as notified in today's order paper, at the rise of this sitting, the House is scheduled to proceed on its long recess from tomorrow, Friday, 8th December 2023, to Monday, 12th February 2024, in accordance with the approved calendar of the House for the second session. This marks the conclusion of regular sittings of the second session of the 13th Parliament and the beginning of a well-deserved break. Honorable members, during this season, the House has transacted various key businesses, including considerations and approval of public finance-related motions, consideration and passage of bills, some of them culminating in landmark legislations with far-reaching implications in the education, health, housing, labor, and social welfare sector, among others, and effectively turning around the economy. The House also considered treaties, sessional papers, approval of appointment to state offices, and also undertook various inquiries. The House also undertook its oversight role through questions to cabinet secretaries, which continue to elicit great interest, not just in the House, but from the public at large. A more comprehensive report on the activities of the House will be made available in due course. Honorable members, as an established practice and further recalling the resolution of the House on the calendar for regular sittings on 15th February 2023, committee sittings will stand suspended from 18th December 2023 to 28th January 2024. In this regard, honorable members, all committees are required to suspend their sittings on the stated dates in order to allow members to attend their constituency duties and parliamentary staff to take their annual leave. Any committee activities that may need to be conducted during the said period ought to obtain express permission from my office upon written request. Honorable members, to safeguard business with the statutory timelines from lapsing, the counting of the days for such businesses shall cease and resume when the House returns on the third session on 13th February 2024. I hasten to remind members that should need arise for the House to transact any urgent business, the House will be recalled pursuant to Standing Order 29. Honorable members, I wish to thank the leadership of the House, members of this House, and staff for their diligence and commitment exhibited, which enable the House to transact the business both in plenary and in committee sessions throughout. Specifically, I wish to commend members for their active participation, which has seen consideration and conclusion of key priority businesses by the House. In conclusion, honorable members, as you proceed to spend this well-deserved break with your families and constituents during the long holiday season, I take this early opportunity to wish you all a happy festive season and a prosperous new year 2024. Thank you.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions.
Honorable Owen Bayer.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I would like to lay petition number 81/0/2023 regarding gazettement of Kaya forests as forest areas under the Forest Conservation and Management Act of 2016. Honorable Speaker, I, the undersigned, on behalf of the people of Kilifi County, draw the attention of the House to the following. That the Mijikenda community occupies separate forest sites spread over 200 kilometers, mostly on low hills, ranging in size from 30 to 300 hectares along the coastal counties of Kwale, Mombasa, and Kilifi, containing the remains of more than 30 fortified villages known as Kayas, or when plural, Makaya. That the Kayas were created during the 16th century but abandoned in the 1940s and are now regarded as abodes of ancestors which are respected as sacred sites, maintained by Council of Governors of Elders, inscribed as bearing unique testimony to our cultural tradition and for its direct link to a living tradition. Honorable Speaker, that the forests around the Kayas have been nurtured by the Mijikenda community to protect the sacred graves and groves and are now almost the only remains of the once extensive coastal lowland forests. That the Kayas provide focal points for Mijikenda religious beliefs and practices and are regarded as their ancestral homes. As such, they have metonymic significance to the Mijikenda and are a fundamental source of their sense of well-being in the world and of place within the cultural landscape of contemporary Kenya, seen as a defining characteristic of Mijikenda identity. Honorable Speaker, that since their abandonment as preferred places of settlements, the Kayas have transferred from the domestic aspects of the Mijikenda landscape to its spiritual sphere. As part of this process, certain restrictions were placed on access and the utilization of natural forest resources. That as a direct consequence of the above, the biodiversity of the Kayas and forests surrounding them had been sustained. However, the Kayas are under threat from both internally and from within the Mijikenda society through the decline of traditional knowledge and respect of the practices. The integrity of the Kayas relates to the intactness of their forest surroundings, which currently has been compromised. Honorable Speaker, that most Kayas have been under gazettement of the National Museums of Kenya, which emphasizes on conservation and protection of the heritage and cultural values, but not conservation of the forest. This therefore explains the increase in degradation of the forest resources and biodiversity. Honorable Speaker, that the matter presented in this petition is not pending before any tribunal, court of law, or independent body. Therefore, your humble petitioner prays that the National Assembly, through the Public Petitions Committee, 1, recommends to the relevant Ministry of State Government Department to identify Kaya forests, areas along the coastal counties of Kwale, Mombasa, and Kilifi for conservation purposes. Recommend that Kaya forests be gazetted as forest areas under the Forest Conservation and Management Act 2016. And recommend that during gazettement, management respects the needs of individual Kayas and to integrate the conservation of natural and cultural resources and traditional and non-traditional management practices. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, makes any other recommendations or actions it deems fit in addressing the plight of the petitioners. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, honorable members. And before we go to the next order paper, I just want to bring to the attention of members that there is now in circulation a supplementary order paper which had been approved by the Speaker. Those who have comments on the petition, I can see member for Malindi. Oh, you pulled out your card. Amina Mnyanzi, did you want to comment on this? Okay.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kupata nafasi hii niweze kuongelea kuhusu kuweza kuhifadhi kaya yetu sisi kama Wamijikenda. Jambo la kwanza nimshukuru Mheshimiwa Owen Baya ambaye ni jirani yangu kule upande wa Kilifi North kwa hili jambo ambalo ameweza kulifikisha hapa Mheshimiwa Spika. Na ninaposimama hapa Mheshimiwa Spika, na muunga mkono Mheshimiwa Owen Baya tuweze kuhifadhi makao yetu sisi kama Wamijikenda. Mheshimiwa Spika, Mheshimiwa Spika, hiyo ndio ni tamaduni yetu sisi kama Wamijikenda, na sisi ni lazima tuweze kuhifadhi sehemu kama hizo ili iwe ni funzo kwetu sisi na kwa vizazi vingine ambavyo vinakuja. Mheshimiwa Spika, sisi kama Wamijikenda tuko na mila na tamaduni zetu, na tunapoondoa hizo mila za kaya na hivyo vitu vyote, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni kwamba tunaondoa mila na tamaduni zetu na hatutakuwa na jambo lolote la kujivunia sisi kama Wamijikenda. Kwa hivyo leo nasimama hapa kuunga mkono mswada huu na kusema kwamba ni lazima tuhifadhi makaya yetu, ni lazima tuhifadhi culture yetu sisi kama Wamijikenda ili tuweze kusaidia vizazi vinavyokuja. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Asante. Member for Nyaribari Masaba, Honorable Manduku. Honorable members, if you're interested in, please press the, okay, I'll give it then to Honorable Kahindi Katana, member for Kaloleni.
Asante Bi Speaker kwa kunipatia nafasi hii. Kwanza nataka ni mshukuru ndugu yangu Owen Baya kwa kuleta petition hii katika bunge letu. Bi Speaker, kaya ni sehemu moja ya desturi za Wamijikenda kimila, na kwa sababu kaya ni sehemu ya msitu ambapo sisi Wamijikenda na vizazi vyetu ama waliotutangulia ni mahali tunaenda kufanya maombi matakatifu, kuomba mvua, kuomba afya njema na tuwe na chakula ama tuombee amani taifa letu. Hii misitu ya kaya inatakikana kuhifadhiwa bila kuharibiwa, kwa sababu umeona juzi kulikuwa na zoezi la kupanda miti. Kama hizi kaya ambazo ziko ni msitu mikubwa inaweza kuhifadhiwa, na pia tuongeze jambo ambalo nataka tuzingatie Bi Speaker, ni kwamba baadhi ya kaya zetu zimenyakuliwa na sasa zinaanza kujengwa majumba ya kifahari, haswa sehemu za Kwale na sehemu za Kilifi. Mambo kama haya yanaathiri utamaduni wetu kama Wamijikenda. Kwa hivyo mimi ninaunga mkono ndugu yangu Owen Baya kuleta hoja hii, na tuendelee kulinda misitu yetu, na pia itambulike, iweze kuwekwa katika kisheria kwamba kuharibu misitu ya kaya inakuwa ni hatia. Asante Bi Speaker kwa kunipatia nafasi.
Thank you. I think we can move to the next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as I lay these papers today, probably this is the last one for this session, is to wish and thank all members for their cooperation, and also wish them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and also enjoy your recess. Those going to Rwanda, like my friend Opio and I, please enjoy the beautiful things in Rwanda. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers
Your
on the
point of order, Honorable Wandai. You should not have walken in.
No, Madam Speaker, Honorable Baya is my friend. But it is wrong for him to insinuate that I am going to Rwanda for whatever reason.
I want to apologize.
The public out there might start misunderstanding. Yeah, really.
I apologize reservedly. Honorable Wandai is not going to Rwanda. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023, afternoon sitting. The annual report of the National Police Service Commission for the financial year 2022-2023. The annual report of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission for the financial year 2021-2022. Reports of the Auditor General on the following reports. Reports of the Auditor General and financial statements for Busia Port Victoria Household Sanitation Program Project Grant Credit Number 02HSLV WWDA Busia 05 Busia Water and Sewerage Services Company Limited for the year ended 30th June 2021-2022 and the certificates therein. Reports of the Auditor General financial statements on increased enjoyment of human rights and fundamental freedoms by all in Kenya project number Kenya KEN 2062 KEN 19-011 KNHCR Kenya National Human Commission for the year ended 30th June 2022. 4. Reports of the Auditor General financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2023 and the certificates therein in respect of A. Kenya Town Sustainable Water Supply and Sanitation Program Credit Number PKE E00011 AFDB Loan Number 2000000501 Central Rift Valley Works Development Agency, Affordable Housing Finance Project IDA Credit Number 8958-KE, the National Treasury, Africa Center of Excellency, ACE 2, in Phytochemicals, Textile and Renewable Energy, PTRE Project, IDA Credit Number 5798-KE, Moi University. Power Transmission System Improvement Project Credit Number 210015002365-2, Kenya Electricity Transmission Company Limited. Multinational Rural Livelihoods Adaptation to Climate Change and the Horn of Africa ADF Grant Number 5550555001201 State Department for Crop Development. Olkaria Lesos Kisumu Transmission Lines Construction Project JICA Loan Number KE P28 Kenya Electricity Transmission Company Limited. NEMA's GCF Readiness and Preparatory Support, NEMA Capacity Strengthening Program towards accessing climate change from Green Climate Fund, credit number KENRS 003. Vijana Vuka na Afya Youth Program, grant number 2013-67-46-5, State Department for Youth Affairs. Upgrading of Gilgil Machinery Road Project, Kenya Rural Roads Authority. Upgrading of Kibwezi Mutomo Kitui Road Project, Kenya National Highways Authority. Eastern Africa Regional Transport Trade and Development Facilitation Project, IDA Credit 5638, Information and Communication Technology Authority. Ethiopia Kenya Electricity Highway Project, ADB Loan Number 2000003502, ID number PZIFAO 162, Kenya Electricity Transmission Company Limited. Kapchurua, Saum, Kitale, and Eldoret Bypass Roads Project, Kenya ID number PZIDBO-183, Kenya National Highways Authority. Horn of Africa Gateway Development Project, IDA, P161305, credit number 6768KE, Information and Communication Technology Authority. Sirari Corridor Accessibility and Road Safety Improvement Project, Isibania Kisii Ahero, A1, Road Rehabilitation, Kenya National Highways Authority. Support to Road Sector Police, 10th EDF Rural Roads Rehabilitation Project in Kenya, agreement number KE/FED/023/571, Kenya Rural Roads Authority. Improvement of drinking water and sanitation systems in Mombasa Mwache Project, AFD Credit Facility number CKE 110301C, Coast Water Works Development Agency. Nambale Mjini Manyenje Water Project Grant Credit number 08W Busia 97. State Department for Economic Planning, Public Debt Management Support Project, ADB Grant Agreement number 5500 15,501,3708 National Treasury. Youth Empowerment Program Grant Credit Number B4210 State Department for Youth Affairs. Secondary Education Quality Improvement Project IDA Credit Number 6138-KE Teacher Service Commission. Independent Policing Oversight Authority, National Humanitarian Fund, SC Reporting Toolkit Project. Technical assistance to enhance the capacity of the President's Delivery Unit, ADB grant number 550015501290 project, State Department for Internal Security and National Development. Horn of Africa Gateway Development Project, IDA credit number 6768, Kenya Revenue Authority. Horn of Africa Gateway Development Project, IDA credit number 6768, KE, National Transport and Safety Authority. Multinational Kenyan section of interconnection project of electricity grids of Nile Equatorial Lakes countries, ADF loan number 210015002263, Kenya Electricity Transmission Company Limited. Kenya Livestock Commercialization Project loan number 200000365 and 20000036566, State Department for Livestock Development. Eastern Africa Regional Transport, Trade and Development Facilitation Project credit number 5638, KE, IDA, Kenya Revenue Authority. National Treasury Capacity Strengthening Project, grant number 555155013902, ID number PKE K00-011, the National Treasury. Supporting Access to Finance and Enterprise Recovery Project, IDA number 7018, KE, National Treasury. Microfinance Sector Support Credit Project, credit number CKE 300401E and CKE 6010101E, National Treasury. Multinational Drought Resilience and Sustainable Livelihoods Program in the Horn of Africa, ADF loan number 21001500288345, State Department for Crop Development. Kenya Electricity Expansion Project, OFID, credit number 1487P, Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation. Arusha Namanga at River Road Development Project number PZ1DBO040, Kenya National Highways Authority. Improvement of Rural Roads and Market Infrastructure in Western Kenya Project credit number BMZ 2007-65-123, KFW, Kenya Rural Roads Authority. Financing Locally Led Climate Action Program credit number IDA 6980 TF B6810 KE brackets P173065, credit number IDA 6980 KE, grant agreement number TF0B 6810, loan agreement BMZ number 21665-108/2018-65-138- National Treasury. Kenya Town Sustainable Water Supply and Sanitation Program, loan number 200020000501, Tana Works Development Agency. Build Resilience for Food and Nutrition Security in the Horn of Africa, BREFONS, credit number 21001500427746, State Department for Crop Development. Kenya Climate Smart Agricultural Project, IDA credit number 5945, KE, State Department for Crop Development and Agricultural Research. And finally, Honorable Speaker, Aquaculture Business Development Program, IFAD, loan number 2000002052 and 2000002614, State Department for Fisheries, Aquaculture, and Blue Economy. I thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I beg to lay. This is the longest longest paper I've ever laid. Thank you.
You can now catch your breath. I saw yes, and I know why the majority leader asked you to do it. Okay, next is, I think, Chairperson, Public Petitions Committee. You have a paper to lay? Yeah. Okay, we'll go to the one who's ready. The next one is the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Labor. Honorable Karemba.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Reports of the Departmental Committee on Labor on 1, its consideration of the Employment Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 11 of 2022, and 2, its attendance to the 19th Regional Seminar for Labor-Based Practitioners in Kigali, Rwanda, from the 15th to 19th May 2023. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Vice Chairperson, Special Funds Committee.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, 7th December 2023. 1. Fifth report of the Special Funds Account Committee on its examination of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statements for the Commodities Fund for the financial years 2018-19, 2019-2020, 2020-2021, and 2021-2022. Number 2, the sixth report of the Special Funds Accounts Committee on its examination of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statements of the Stores and Services Fund for the financial year 2020, 2021, 2021, 2022, and the Occupational Safety and Health Fund for the financial years 2020, 2021, and 21-22. 3, the seventh report of the Special Funds Accounts Committee on its examination of the reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements for the Land Settlement Fund for the financial years 2020, 2021, and 21-22. And finally, Madam Speaker, the eighth report of the Special Funds Accounts Committee on its examination of the report of the Auditor General on financial statements for the Street Families Rehabilitation Trust Fund for the financial year 2017-18 to 2021-2022. I beg to lay the papers on the table of the House, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Richard Yagon, representing the Departmental Committee on Sports and Culture.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Madam Speaker, report of the Departmental Committee on Sports and Culture on its benchmarking visit and attendance in the 2023 World Athletic Championship in Budapest, Hungary, from the 19th to 27th August 2023. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. The Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Agriculture and Livestock. I can't see Honorable Mutunga.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Reports of the Departmental Committee on Agriculture and Livestock on 1, its consideration of the Crop Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 8 of 2023. 2, the coffee and tea cupping sessions held in Berlin, Germany from 12th to 18th September 2023, and 3, the summit held in Cape Town, South Africa from 22nd to 28th October 2023. I thank you, Madam Speaker, and I beg to lay.
Thank you. Next is the Vice Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Environment, Forestry, and Mining.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Report of the Departmental Committee on Environment, Forestry, and Mining on its consideration of the Natural Resources Benefit Sharing Bill, Senate Bill number 6 of 2022. Thank you. I beg to lay.
Thank you, Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations.
Yeah, here I am. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers, two papers, on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Report on the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations on the inspection visit to Kenyan embassies in the Republic of Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo, conducted on the 18th to 25th May 2023. And then, Honorable Speaker, I have a second paper to lay that is on the floor, on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Report on the joint delegation from the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations, and select committees on diaspora affairs and immigrant workers, and delegated legislation on their participation in the One Voice Consortium, OVC, Trade and Investment Expo in Washington, D.C., USA, from 2nd to 11th May of 2023. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I think there's a second report. Yes, table both, okay. We proceed. Next is Vice Chairperson, Procedure and House Rules Committee. Honorable Kaluma.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Report of the Procedure and House Rules Committee on its consideration of 1, the Petitions to Parliament Procedure Amendment Bill, National Assembly number 51 of 2022. 2, the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly number 35, National Assembly Bill number 35 of 2022. And 3, the Public Finance Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2022. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I beg to lay.
Thank you. Chairperson, Public Petitions Committee. Are you ready yet? If it's not ready, then we can move to Majority Leader. You're supposed to be the last Majority Leader. You have another one? Okay, Honorable Kaluma.
Yes, I thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Report of the 63rd session of the OACPS Parliamentary Assembly and the 43rd session of the ACP EU Joint Parliamentary Assembly meetings held in Brussels, Belgium from 19th to 28th June 2023. I thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I beg to lay.
Honorable Murigi, you have a report on the CPA. Jean-Paul.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Report of the 66th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference held in Accra, Ghana from 30th September to 6th October 2023. Thank you.
I presume that, is there any other paper? Okay, I think now Majority Leader. I think it's the report on the National Dialogue Committee.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. The report of the National Dialogue Committee. Honorable Speaker, a very voluminous document, and I would want to urge members to use the recess to go through this report, read, understand, and comment on issues therein, and be ready to come debate next session.
Okay, I think we can move to the next order. And I think Majority Leader forgot to say I'm the one person who has read it page to page, from the first to the last page. It's too big. Yes, your point of order?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, sometimes back in this August House, you ordered the Majority Leader to withdraw the statement he made against my name, which was in the public domain. It is over 4 months, Madam Speaker. He's very quiet, and my name is being tarnished. I get some bad feelings when I see him carrying big papers, but he cannot write one page to apologize on the people of Suna West. Madam Speaker, the people of Suna West were wise to elect me, and they gave me 28,000 votes in the day, a day like this. Therefore, I'm wondering how Honorable Ichungo is the current Majority Leader, because we have seen many Majority Leaders come and go. But what is important, my name will remain Peter Francis Masara, the second time MP for Suna West constituency and the last mayor of Migori for purposes of record. So I'm kindly requesting your chair to tell the Majority Leader to, not only me, I don't mind, but the people of Suna West who are Kenyans. And you know we border Tanzania. Suna West has the Suba people and all other communities. They are waiting for you either to substantiate and bring documents or withdraw your statement so that things can move on well. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Member for Suna West, I think if I recall very clearly, that matter was actually resolved here on the floor of the House. I recall that. But I think since then, I have not seen you in the House, which means maybe he made an apology and you are not here. So, welcome back. Let us proceed. Honestly, I haven't. Okay, Honorable Masara, I'll let you have your day today.
You may be right because
knock yourself out.
You may be right because I'm black. Maybe you are not able to see me always. But I'm one member who is always here, even yesterday, and even congratulated the kind of, nowadays, the person choosing your fashion, you match everything. And maybe that's why you forget. But I'm always been here, Madam Speaker, and if you can check the answer, it will tell you that I don't miss Parliament every week or committees, and because of that, you'll also may be forced to withdraw the statement that you have never seen me. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
As your Christmas present, I've let you have your day today. That's why, that's your Christmas present. I think you've done it, and I think the people of Suna West have heard you loud and clear, Honorable Masara. So now we can move on. Yes. I think maybe the Honorable Leader for Majority wants to apologize again.
Honorable Speaker, it is indeed true what you have indicated, that that matter was settled on the floor. And besides that, I have spoken to the Honorable Masara on that particular issue. Honorable Speaker, because there are many things what the substantive speaker has called the canter and banter of debate. And many Kenyans take things that we say on the floor, at times in jest, at times for introducing some humor on the floor of Parliament, and take it out of context. And I must use this opportunity because I have indeed profusely apologized to the Honorable Masara. If there are any of his political opponents in Suna West who took advantage of what was said here to try and portray the image that is not of the Honorable Masara, because Honorable Masara is a very, very extremely dignified member of Parliament. Extremely dignified. Honorable Masara is not the kind of member of Parliament, Honorable Speaker, you will hear yelling. I know Honorable Masara sits somewhere across. It's only that today he has moved closer to the front bench so that he can be seen. And he wanted to move closer to power. And I see the Honorable Ruth Odinga has also moved closer to power. And I say that Honorable Speaker, on a serious note, ignoring what is being said that Ruth Odinga is a power. I don't know what power she holds. But I was saying the Honorable Masara, unlike a few other members who treat this House with a lot of indignity, shouting from their places, using epithets on the floor of the House against other members, the Honorable Masara, the member for Suna West, is a very dignified manner. And for the record, I want to say it for the record, because I had said it before, but in case those who cut and record clips from Parliament to take around social groups, be it in Suna West or anywhere else, now they can cut this bit where I say that the Honorable Masara, member for Suna West, is of sound mind. And nothing
is that since its release about a week or so ago, a lot has been said out there from various quarters. I think now, with the tabling of this report officially, now the country has got a chance to go through this report and understand it and internalize it, and therefore be able to speak from a point of information. Madam Speaker, this report, without really debating it, because I can't do that now, it is such an important report that we can't afford to have people, especially leaders, commenting on it without having read it. You see, it is responsible for a leader of whatever shade to comment on a report as important as the NADCO report without having read it. So by tabling this report, I think now the House has given Kenyans an opportunity to read this report with a truth comb and be able to understand what is in the report, because it has got very far-reaching recommendations. But more importantly, Madam Speaker, I was discussing with the Leader of Majority a while back that the nature of the recommendations in this report are such that it may require fast-tracking. What I mean is that it might require this House to dispense with the report in the normal way as quickly as possible, to give room for the processing of the attendant instruments, okay, that come with this report. And without really anticipating anything, I suppose the Leader Majority might be considering petitioning you, Madam Speaker, for us to come back here before the long recess ends to deal with this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Next order. I'm informed there is a report that has just, okay, or petitions, Chairperson, Public Petitions Committee. You can give him, I'll sign.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'm sorry for the delays made by my officers. Madam Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 7th December 2023. Report on the Public Petitions Committee on its considerations on public petition number 01 of 2023 by Ms. Joyce Cherono regarding the poor implementation of the Edu-Afia medical scheme in the public secondary schools. Madam Speaker, thank you, and I beg to lay.
We don't have any more petitions, right? No more reports. We can move to the next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Chairperson, Special Funds Committee, your notice of motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this House adopts the 5th report of the Special Funds Accounts Committee on its consideration of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statements for the Commodities Fund for the years 2018-19, 2019-2020, 2020-2021, and 2021-2022, laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 7th December 2023. Madam Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this House adopts the 6th report of the Special Funds Accounts Committee on its consideration of the report of the Auditor General on the financial statements for the Stores and Services Fund for the years 2020-2021 and 2021-2022, and the Occupational Safety Health Fund for the financial years 2020-2021 and 2021-2022, laid on the table of the House